And we should be live. Hello everyone, welcome to the Ruina Draft Challenge. I'll explain this briefly. Me and some other creators were invited to do this Ruina Draft, where we had to bid on the receptions that we wanted to use cards from. By the normal rules, you can still use like the blue and green cards from any reception. But to make things harder for myself, I'm going to only be burning the books that I actually drafted. So I'm going to have very few options. And we're going to see if I can beat the true ending like that. Hopefully I don't have to bend my rules. The challenge is starting here at Urban Plague, since before that there aren't enough receptions to draft for people. And so we'll be trying to beat all of Urban Plague today, maybe some of Nightmare as well, just depending on how long it takes. Now, there's one more thing, which is that we're going to be spinning a wheel to see what floor we start with. So, let's see what floor we're using to get the Carnival. We'll be using Yesod, it looks like. Alright. It's Yesod time. I'm going for the Carnival because they're one of the things I drafted. There's everything I drafted on screen if you want to look at that real quick. We're using no grind because it's no grind. Besides that, only a few visual mods. I didn't actually make builds for people. We'll be using Olga, definitely. And let's just throw in some grade 7 fixtures. I don't think this will be a very hard fight. That deck should be fine, and just like some of this. What do I have on you for low cost? Yeah. Oh, these guys don't have speed. It's still fine. The Carnival is not a very hard fight, so I'm not expecting this to be a very hard thing to win, even with these random decks I'm throwing together. You have 5 speed. Okay. This fight's interesting because the normal strategy of just focusing down one guy kind of isn't the best here, since it gives all the other ones strength. You guys are weak to slash, okay. That being said, I probably still want to reduce my incoming damage pretty quickly. You didn't emotion level up. Oh no. Can't clash tailoring, for sure, so we're just having to take that. But only resists fierce, so it's fine. I kind of can't clash any of their moves this turn because of the combination of speed and tailoring, so I guess we're just going for some one-sided attacks. As long as we don't get staggered. Grab violence for this guy because, you know, violence is a pretty good tier 1 page, all things considered. Okay, now they're using very weak cards. This is what I'm used to from the Carnival. They spend all their light, they don't get emotion level up, and then they just do nothing. Having a 13 max roll this early just feels wrong, but that's what happens. Just retaliate, I guess. Okay, so I want to kill both of these guys this turn while they're staggered, if I can. And I should be able to. Like this. Yeah. Got high rolls there, didn't need the extra card. And now there's just one guy to beat down. Like, yeah, you have 2 strength, but I have 4 dice. Easy enough, and that actually gets me new cards. Carnival is one of the things I drafted, and we're probably going to actually use them a lot more than most people ever have, because they're kind of known for being the weakest cards in this point in the game.
지쳤어요. 쉬고 싶어요. 배고파요.
잘리고 싶어요. 뼈가 녹아요.
Classic voice
살이
line here.
터져요. 죽지는 않아요.
Okay, Book of the Carnival. Oh, don't mind the Arbiter HOD. Why are I even on HOD's floor? So tell me, how am I doing? We just started. It's been a nice day so far, if you just mean like how I'm doing in life. But challenge-wise, we're just beginning. Okay. Let's quickly spin the wheel to see which floor we're using next, and then I will build Carnival on them. It's a Netzach time? Okay. So, the other deception that I drafted from Urban Plague here is Musicians of Bremen. So we're going to head towards that next. Can I pass a transfer? I can. Okay, so I'm going to put speed onto these guys. Is there anything else I care about? What other passives even exist this early? You know what? Let's have some fun. Let's grab Yun's Hunch. I have some evades I can use, and then for the last one, where is it? Honestly, we can just inflict paralyze too. Yeah, there we go. Had the stream paused at the start. It's not exactly what you want to watch a stream. But okay. Yun's Hunch, Paralyzed, and Speed. This might be the first time you guys have ever seen someone use the Carnival's pages. So, I'll probably put in only one tailoring. It's just so expensive. I don't see myself needing multiple of these. I could still technically use the cards from before, but it feels more in the spirit of the challenge for me to actually only use the cards I drafted after unlocking them. So we might have some pretty weak cards here. What's even my highest damaging option? I guess I probably do need 2 tailoring now that I think about it more. We'll try a deck like this. I mean, we're only going against Full Stop. Actually, I should think about what we're fighting. We're going into Full Stop. So I should bring, like... I mean, I have a lot of things that have block on the first die, actually. This should be fine. Alright. You've actually used the Carnival before? Not many people have, or maybe they tried it at first and then realized it was underwhelming. Oh yeah, range page tutorial. So you're doing a single dice, that's great. We'll make fine silk. Okay, I'm probably not able to clash that, so same thing. And then you only have 1 power, so you are actually maybe beatable. We'll see if I get lucky. Yeah, might as well try. And I think we just don't do anything else. We'll take some damage, but I don't think we're dying. First turn is damage control, exactly. But I also do want to get emotion still, so it is worth doing something. Let's recover some stagger there. And now, you guys are pretty weak. Let's actually use some tailoring. I remember on my first Ruina playthrough, I like kept putting tailoring in my deck. I thought it was a good card, because like 6 to 10, that's so high, but I realized eventually that like, no, this card isn't actually that good. Did I win a single clash that turn? I'm not sure if I did. Not the best rolls of all time. So that should get evaded if I understand how this game works, which I think I do. Let's just kill Stefan here. Okay, the max rolls. Okay, they min rolled that. That's good. Thinking of this challenge in general, we're probably going to need to use plenty of singleton decks. I don't have singleton unlocked. Like, I did not draft them. So maybe other people can do singleton, but that's not something I have got available. I'm expecting to use a lot of Corp decks. I'm kind of going to be rushing Corp as soon as we get to Star of the City. I did, of course, think about drafting Singleton, but it's kind of boring, and I thought that, you know, other people would be going for it. Every combat page is green or blue, yes, but I am making the challenge harder for myself, and I am only going to be burning the books that I drafted, so no Singleton for me. Unless that proves to be too difficult, and then I'll, you know, play by the normal rules, but I'm hoping I can do my version of the challenge all the way through. Well, that does make it a lot harder. That's kind of the idea. Because I've done all the Ruina challenges in the past, and if I didn't do that, I think it would be kind of easy. There are plenty of good decks you can make with only, like, green and blue pages. And there we go. You attempted to try that as well, at least at the start. Yeah. Hello, Kylotl. You're in my same grouping. You ended up with the Corp I wanted, but at least I got Corp 1 still. Okay. Let's go ahead and get my other pages. I should be able to use the same decks against the musicians, I hope. And you know what, let's switch to Roland's floor. I'm not gonna roll for it, just gonna switch. We have these fan-submitted librarians here. We got a Bong Bong and we got Poland. I really like Poland here. Small world of Library of Ruina. Okay, you've got 5 speed on both your dice. Wow, they like, did they actually max roll all their speed? I don't know if Oink and Moo Moo can get up to 5 or not. But I don't have very much control over the clashing here. You can overtake one thing, and that's it. This is Clash Win to get light, which I don't really like. Okay. Pulsation is good. They have 4 random strength going out. But I shouldn't be getting any feeble this turn, which is nice. I think we just need to kill Meow. They are the biggest threat here. I can ignore those attacks. I wish I could overtake something, but again, they're just so fast. Yeah. Just do that. Meow is going to be our new main key page for sure. Meow is taking me all the way to the Shi Association. They were my top pick to draft out of Urban Plague. Okay, they're actually slow enough to overtake this turn. It's finally. That should stagger. So I don't need to think about anything else Meow is doing. You can do that. And then you can actually just get some damage in. Okay, 2 strength was not enough. It's fine. If we trade kills, it's still good for me. Let's give you extra health and speed. Now I have 4 strength on everyone, so I can actually like win these clashes pretty easily. We love Pulsation and Remembrance. This is the main reason I actually drafted the Carnival, was because I wanted Remembrance. I think that I'm going to have very limited key pages in the ensemble, and so killing people is going to be a viable way to increase my power, because I'm going to have some very weak people anyways. I want to kill Guaranteed. I kind of can't, though. Oh wait, no, I have 4 strength. This does kill Guaranteed, okay. And get some damage in there. Are using Urban Plague builds freely as we are allowed? What do you mean Urban Plague builds freely? I'm only burning the books I draft, so that's like my extra rule. Because anything that I can get out of burning a book should be fair game. Oh, pre-Urban Plague. I'm going to try to avoid it, I think, but that's like the first rule I'll break. If I like need to pull out the combat prep or something, I would rather do that than using like Will of the Prescript. It's like the first thing I'll do is use the early cards, then I'll use the like free general receptions like Hanafuda. If that's not enough, then we might have to start actually burning a different book. Yeah, Olga, for example, is something I could use. Okay. Get a lot of books from that. Just make sure I get all 3 Meow pages. There we go. We haven't used Hod today, so I guess we'll equip and build the Meows on Hod. And then what do we even do next? I guess we just clear out the rest of the first row. So, okay, first things first, everyone's getting 3 Unforgettable Melodies, for sure. I think the whole idea is just communal strength stacking. Now, I don't think I have any card draw or light yet. I mean, this gives back some light, sure. I'll try it out. I don't think I've ever used this card. but it's worth a try. No page draw though, which means we probably want to lean a bit heavier on the cost, because I can't, you know, use a bunch of low-cost pages anyway if I don't have them. Yeah, I mean, we'll try out this, and whichever of these, like, 2-cost cards is feeling more underwhelming, I can just cut from the deck. Or if I like having both, I can keep all of them. Lean towards emotion level up every turn. As much as I can, for sure. To Dawn Office. Our librarian J-Corp citizen here was completely randomly generated, believing in the casino. I'm surprised how almost normal they look. I really thought they were going to end up with like neon green skin or something. So okay, turn 1 we are insanely strong because we have so much strength stacking. To the point that we might kill someone or stagger someone at least. Like, let's see, 5 strength. It's like I'm full stop. So much damage. Yeah, okay, Phillip's gone, turn 1. Don't need any books from him, so that's fine. Phillip dead and Yuna 2-stagger off of dead. I think this will be pretty effective through the rest of Urban Plague here. $17 roll on Crack of Dawn though. Can't quite beat that. But yeah, I kind of knew going into this, no matter what I drafted, I would not struggle in Urban Plague. The cards that you get are just universally good enough anywhere. And so I drafted entirely thinking about the endgame. That's why I got Remembrance entirely for the ensemble. I didn't actually want the Carnival pages, but I didn't really think any key page I was getting here would be used in the ensemble, unless I somehow maybe got like Kurakumo. But I did not have the budget for that. We actually have a fight available. Let's just go ahead and do that. Spiderblood. He should be pretty effectively taken out with the same strategy here. Your mindset watching it was that you need to draft in-game mostly and Urban Nightmare some. Yeah. Yeah, Urban Plague just kind of can't be an issue because the stuff you're given for free is enough. Okay, I can't dodge the cocoon. I actually don't know if I lose this card, if I get staggered. Maybe we can pay attention to that. We'll see if I have that card in my hand the next turn. And then everyone else just get that guy. The second it's played, we lost it from hand. Like the second I slotted it onto a dice. That would make sense, I guess. I can't actually look at your hand. Oh no, I can't. I did keep it. It's still there. So yeah, I can get the combat start effect without actually spending the card. That's what I was hoping for. Good to know that works. And then I just kind of don't care about you taking damage. Okay. There we go. I feel like I don't see people talking about Meow's page very much. It's always like, oh, Oscar, Salvador, and Sayo, the best Urban Plague pages. But like, Meow's page is pretty good. Don't underestimate the power of improv drumming and, you know, this free strength. I guess it's just because these are so easily transferable. That's why people don't talk about the page as much. You usually just transfer it. Yeah, you just transfer it onto full stop specifically. We can do the next net Zatch battle as well now. Porcubus. He's immune to ranged pages. Good thing we didn't draft full stop. I think... Can we kill you turn 1? Probably not, but we're going to see how much we can do. Everyone do maximum strength stacking. Maybe we get the stagger off? Yeah, strength stacking to the max. 6 strength on the first turn. Imagine if we could also just attribute the full stop passives. Okay, so the one-sided idea does mean we got no emotion level on these people, so they can't do anything. Maybe not the best plan of all time. I need to hope that he fails his evades. Because if he gets back a ton of stagger, this could be annoying. And he got 5, that's fine. You're on 5 stagger, I think we can deal 5 damage to you. One thing, okay, so I've played this game like 10 times, probably more than that honestly, and one thing that always happens is I fall behind on Abnormality battles and I'm staring at a wall of like 8 exclamation points. I'm going to do my best to not have that happen on this run. So I'm going to try to do Abnormality fights basically as soon as possible. It will also help me get more people's librarians into the run. I don't think I'll be building the librarians on stream because it actually takes a bit of time to get all the sliders to the exact values, but just, we have the option. We have not used Malkick yet, so let's do that. Who even is this? Is this Gaze? Yeah, okay. The thing that I remember about Gaze Office is that every single playthrough I have to do this fight twice because I don't get one of their books. So I might actually try to stall them out a bit so that we don't have to refight them. Get their emotion level up at least a little bit. Running Lowell and allies on Malkuth. I don't get Lowell. Stopping to wish me good luck. Thank you for the good luck. But yeah, I get Liu Section 1, which is not Lowell. That's the one where Zhao and Miris run away. You have 3 strength. But I'll have, like, at least some strength as well. Yeah, okay. Please don't kill Dalek, I need the book. Okay, Alec got to emotion level 2, we can safely kill him. And so we shall. And then just similar idea, finish off the rest of them. Yeah. When you have played this game for 700 hours like I have, I don't think there's really any way to make Urban Plague difficult. Outside of, like, the solo challenge. Will it just be hard maxing for most of the game? I'm trying to switch up the floors. You know, people submitted their librarians. I want to get everyone their time to be on field. But if we actually get to difficult fights, I will pull out the Yesod. Yesod is still overpowered. And late game, we're probably using Bina a lot, because Bina is free, and I don't have to burn a book for Bina. So that's fair game by my rules. Oh my gosh, I forget how weak these guys are. Like, I see that they don't have much health, and they're just actually weak to, like, all the damage types. Yasad will never not be overpowered. Move Carcass, that's a net thatch floor, and Eugen bomb receptions. We do get Eugen, so we might actually use Malkuth a fair bit just for that. And we kill. Do we actually kill? 10 fragile is a lot. We might actually kill. At least kill the allies? No, the allies can die after, easily enough. We do kill. Probably could have just hit P-enter here, but it's not like it took me very much time to slot all of those. Okay, and then I think we also had our next Yesod fight. Yes. You know what, I never actually did this. I can put Oink on just to make this even more. Might as well transfer the other passives. Even more turn 1 advantage. And bonus damage. Oh wait, it's the wrong person. Who didn't get it? You. Singing machine. Try to clash with each person for emotion. Because clearly, why not more first turn stuff? Exactly. The key to games is often to exploit your advantage to the fullest. And so I just need to make my turn 1 even better. Honestly, I'm just going to kind of save light, I think. I don't need to go all out here. Wait for them to become weaker. Wait for the machine to activate. I guess it's more saving cards rather than saving light, because emotion level still happens. but I want to make sure I have the cards for this turn. Are we winning? Oh, we're winning, alright. A 14 roll. Meow is pretty strong. And Unforgettable Melody is also pretty strong. Liu Section 1 and Shi Association drafted, yes. Take advantage of Singular Strike? Maybe. It's definitely... That's not why I drafted those, but it definitely could happen. Scaled off Observe spam. Observe is definitely a card I should use more. It just never really feels right. It's great against Red Mist solo strategies, though. That's the main place I've used Observe. I find it interesting that it shows Tifferet's floor up there before these cards appear. I don't know if any of you saw that. I guess it's because I actually have it unlocked now, but I swear it did that before, even. I mean... Sure. Let's use the new floor. No Abno pages versus Kurakumo. Sole reason you drafted it. Yeah, I kind of assumed. I watched some of your draft. Some of the people that were drafting against you really... It made me wish I was in that draft at some points, like... But I think the total budget was still against you. I assume you were quarter budget like I was. Kind of everything targeting Tiferet there. Yeah, you said all in, but like they could have just outbid you, and they never did. Okay, you have one stagger. I'm interested to see what I can do with the purple tier. In most of my challenges, purple tier's cards end up being banned for one reason or another, and so I actually get full access to her in this run. If I can get there, which, like, I should be able to. Tiferet B is better. I have to disagree with you on that one. Tiferet B ruins the Tiferet announcer in Limbus. I had to say it, I'm sorry. Okay, I think we do need Saya's page to progress the game, so I'm going to keep her alive for at least a turn here. But I should also clash her so that she gets emotion. There you go. At least he's an ego gift in Limbus, true. Singular Strike Violet Blade spam. I might try it out. I think Violet Blade is like a really terrible card, all things considered. Because, like, yeah, it scales twice as much with strength. You know what else scales twice as much with strength? Literally any page with 2 offensive dice on it. You know what scales 3 times with strength? Any dice any page with 3 offensive dice on it. And 3 is bigger than 2. I did not get light. Oh, my emotion level is capped. Okay, choosing the unupgraded floor might actually cause me slight issues here. I might need to think a little bit. I need to make sure I kill this guy while he's staggered. You can't do anything. You can play 1 red notes. I don't even need to, like, clash for emotion level, because I can't get that. And then let's not... I mean, I think I just have to go all in on this guy to kill. Surely 2 red notes is enough. If Bina and Hakma were emotion capped, it would be even harder to use them before endgame. It's already bad enough that they can't get realized. It would also make their abnormality fights, like, very difficult. Imagine, like, Price of Silence, but you're capped at emotion level 1. Okay, you're doing... That's probably enough damage. What, you have 3 slash power up? No, wait, you have... Yeah, you're definitely staggering me if I ignore you. I think I need to one-sided stagger you first. I thought you resisted slash damage for some reason. Why did I think that? I guess because it makes sense if you do. Purple tier Blockma with 4 rhinos. That might end up being how we fight Pluto. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I assume Nikolai will be on the team. Nikolai is ridiculous. Somehow, despite my 1/4 budget, I ended up with the 2 best key pages in the entire game. Purple tier and Nikolai. I guess I don't have complete Nikolai, so no disposal, but it's still pretty good to just get a +1 on everyone at 11 charge. Weird how their realizations were pre-Impuritus during early access. I didn't actually know that. That would be better for sure. Did they not have the dialogue? I thought like the main reason they were so late was because it like talks about stuff that happens in the Impuritus receptions. I could be completely wrong about that. Anyway, we unlocked Queen of Hatred. Are we gonna fight Queen of Hatred now? I think we are. Let's see here. We're going to at least try. Let's go ahead and get our remembrance on everyone. So, okay. Hard rehearsal hasn't seemed great. I'm going to cut one of them in favor of... Do I want the defensive? I'm going to actually throw in just one We Will Make Fine Silk into these decks. Let's see how this goes. I might want to put one tailoring on one person, and no, I'll just one side. How much bleed does it inflict? Only 6? Yeah, that's not enough to make me want to do it. Okay, let's see. I did full page lock ensemble solo. That's probably like the hardest thing I've done in this game. Unless you want to just count the full solo run I've done. But I think page lock ensemble solo was harder than the majority of that. Okay, I think we're ignoring Mark. Yeah, I'm going to not clash it. Okay. Give me next turn strength. I wish this person could clash. Actually, okay. You clash, get emotion level. You actually do clash the mark. Let's see how this goes. Only Bremen and Chester were the problem solos. Pluto is a weird one for solo. Definitely a problem. You get every single contract. Okay. And now we don't clash. Or rather, we clash lose. Oh, that just staggered me, okay. Yeah, that's fine, we get Remembrance, and she doesn't go crazy. Popping in has the draft race. It's not really a race, but so far so good. Okay, I thought you would have lost more Hysteria from that. When attacking the marked target. Okay. I guess it just, he died too quick. And yeah, now we're just out of emotion level. We might have to delay this one until we get Eugen. Eugen would definitely make this easier, though. Yeah, mass attacks. Those exist now. Tip Earth is 100% dead. So I might as well not try to clash, because clashing would give her Hysteria. I don't think we're winning this one. It does look winnable, though. Just needs like a bit more damage. Let's see. What adjustments can we make to beat Queen of Hatred now? Or do we just push it off until we get Shi Association? The goal is true ending? Yes, we are going for true ending. Wasn't a big fan of that. Honestly, we just need more low cost in general, I think. I've probably never put upbeat performance in a deck I've made before, but maybe this is the time to try it. That's our actual damage card. After we do our strength stacking. Try debuffing her with Shrine to Music? Maybe. It's like turn 1 will inflict fragile with improv drumming, and then turn 2 will actually go for big damage. I want everyone to have some light next turn if possible. Let's see how this goes. Losing clashes is fine, honestly. It stops her from Hysteria. Although I did think I would win a few more there. Only got 2 fragile. But okay. Here is the big damage turn. Everyone does 1 Unforgettable Melodies and 1 Upbeat Performance. How much can we do? Here comes having 0 light for the rest of the fight. We had one person not emotion level up on the first turn, so we'll have at least a little bit of light. But yes, it really is just the emotion level cap that makes Queen of Hatred so difficult. Both of those are targeting my same dice here. Not what I want. Yeah, we need to get our damage in now. If we lose again, which it looks like we're definitely going to, I think we'll wait until Shi Association. I just don't quite have the tools needed for this, I feel like. The complete lack of any light regen. Yeah. Okay. I know I can do this with Shi. I know I could do this if I owned full stop. But we'll come back to you. Let's do Love Town before Wedge, and let's do Love Town with Pod. I guess I need to make a 4th page if I'm doing that. We'll throw in a Moo Moo. And honestly, we might just kind of let Moo Moo die and be a remembrance proc on everyone. We'll just see what happens. I'm going to run out of light again. I'm going to have a very similar issue. But maybe it will just work out fine. Maybe I just kill Tamari in like 3 turns. Take your red notes, take a hard rehearsal. We have similar decks on everyone. Let's throw in one more Shrine to Music. And let's try this. Yeah, Coops decided to not draft anything, and they're just going to try to win with the free cards. Which is something I would have considered doing if they weren't already doing it. So instead, I'm doing this. Oh, I forgot you don't have speed. Let me fix that real quick. Speed is just too important to not have. And you know what? You have 1 light. Honestly, maybe like restfulness would be the secret to beating Queen of Hatred, but I'm not going to bother with that. Electric Shock? I could, but we'll just do this. I'm not expecting this to be too difficult. I'm on a powerful floor. I have good enough cards. And they aren't too fast. We strength stack. They're all doing the one-sided thing, which I guess is nice because I can just clash everyone instead of maybe wanting to not clash some people. Who takes blunt damage and not slash you? So you're the hardest for my team to kill, so I'll throw the extra move at you. Yeah, we have 0 pierce damage. but we have blunt and slash, so we can kill them. Okay, two of them are doing the clash lose extra power next dice thing. I think I'll still be clashing them though. Just clash them with HUD and the extra power up. Should be fine. Waiting on the face. There we go. Is this similar to the rats challenge? I don't know, where they took on every reception with just rat key pages. Not quite like that. I'm just only burning the books that I got in my draft. So I'll be limited on combat pages and key pages, but I'm not limited to just the rats. Everything I drafted is there in the top left, so I can only use the books from those receptions. Okay, I want to get HUD closer to emotion level up, so I will kill with her. Still plenty of ways to break with power stack. I got purple tier, which can do that, but it's not like I can freely power stack with everything. Okay. We'll do that, and who takes no pierce damage? This guy. Yeah. Let's just, like, kill you now. I don't know how much. We might have overkilled that guy. We're doing a lot for sure. Well, demonetized, I don't really care. I can also just, like, mute the song in this part of the VOD. I'm pretty sure that's an option. I'll probably do that. Is my only light recovery that's not to overcome crisis before starting the city smoking pipe? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can use the stray dog passives, yeah. But I'm mostly just going to get light from kills and staggers and emotion level up, is the idea. And then in Star of the City I get Graze the Grass, which will solve that problem. Okay, we'll keep some cards for next turn. This is gonna be rough, but honestly very fun. Yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to stream Ruina for a while, so this has been a great excuse. Don't put her below half, please. Or I guess them. Samari has always felt female to me, even though I guess they're both. I think we are just ignoring them this turn and killing the minions. Sure, yeah. I think we're just passing with most people. Keep the cards. Not too worried about the damage I take here. Just need to make sure I can stagger. Smoke is for sure going to be our main source of damage. Yeah, between Smiling Faces and the Leaflet Office, I have some pretty good smoke options. And all in on Tomari. This is going to be so overkill, but that's what we're here for. Like, this is insanely overkill. I do have 7 Association. It was the, like, bottom of the barrel in the draft, because for most people it's literally just Dante's page. But it gives me access to Moulinet, the 3 cost, which is alright. And okay. 7 Association is so nice. Honestly, I've barely used them. So this might be the perfect run to try them out. But like, are they really better than the Shi Association? I have a feeling the answer is not really.
특이점 고장인지.
Okay, and then I still have Tipperate that we aren't doing. We have one more fight. And it's tradition to do this fight with Malkuth, so we're going to do it with Roland. No, he only has 3 people. I'm handicapping myself enough already. I don't need to use Roland's floor past the early game as well. Here we go. This is my choice for the hardest fight in Urban Plague. Some people think Love Town is harder, but I think this one just has a harder first phase, which is what makes it worse. Okay, I have to take one of those hits unopposed. That's unfortunate. Speed rolls. Actually, I have to take 2 of those hits unopposed because everyone is targeting Numi here. Actually, I can't even overtake Phillip. Yeah, everything. Okay, I have to take 3 unopposed hits. That's just great. Awesome start to this fight. Let's throw our slash damage at Phillip, because Phillip can actually die. Love Town is only hard for new players. Yeah. Don't stagger me. Okay. How does drafting work for pre-Urban Plague? Everything is completely free for everyone. Yes. I'm going to be avoiding using them if I can. I used them to get my Carnival, of course, because I had to. But I'll be trying to avoid using them now. Four to 7 on the first roll there. I don't like that. We'll have to just try our best here. No Transpierce is kind of nice. We might avoid seeing it entirely if we do this correctly. We should be able to stagger this turn. Beat the game for the first time, you found Love Town easy. Like you only needed 1 floor and you could not do Wedge Office. Yeah. Honestly, Wedge Office is one of the hardest fights in the entire game for the point you fight it, in my opinion. Like, you're so early. You don't have good card draw. You don't have good light restore. You don't have crazy stuff. I guess you have full stop though, and full stop can solve it like anything else. So maybe not. But like, if you went here first, if you tried to do Wedge Office before you got any Urban Plague cards, I think it would be very difficult. Okay, I should care a little bit about what I'm doing here. I want to minimize damage taken. No one can overtake this. The best I can do is just that. Actually, the first die will stagger me, so I need to do my strongest first die, which is actually Tendon Cords. Good luck. And then you can get clashed by basically anyone else. You have full health, so it's okay if you take a bit of damage. Spam Sayo key pages at Wedge Office with HODs. Yeah, that's a pretty effective way to do it. Sayo's key page is really good. HOD's 4 is really good early. Combine the two and you can do anything. It's not like a problem to give Phillip burn, right? I'm going to take Happy Memories still. Or wait. This does not apply next act, does it? Oh well. I miss out on Ashes. And I'm forced to take that unopposed hit as well because of speed. We love speed RNG. Just don't kill them. That's all I ask. Okay, you tried. If I didn't inflict one feeble at combat start, you would have killed them. Gas puff. You beat Wedge with Net Satch's floor. Yeah. As long as it's someone that has 4 librarians, it's a good choice. I don't know if... You can't get 4 on him, can you? Okay, so you are dead to burn, so you might as well take these attacks on yourself as well. It's going to give people emotion level up. Okay, so Hod is getting, or Malkuth, sorry, will be emotion leveling up, so I will spend a bit of light. I don't want to get too much burn, and I don't want to spend too many cards, so we'll just do that. Hey look, Gluttony. Everyone's favorite tier 2 Hod Abnormality page. Similar thing here. I'll just do a little bit of clashing, save cards for the next turn. Should be good. Yeah, I keep saying Hod instead of Malkuth, I think. I meant Malkuth. And full damage go. Everyone will be getting like 4 more strength on top of their strength. And we'll stagger him. Never seen this side of Phillip. I just know that this works. 2 copies of Feather Shield. It's a little bit annoying that I get those because I'm not allowed to use them.
이로써
Urban Nightmare. Passive cost transfer increased, and we actually kept up with our Abno fights, so we're just straight into it. You know what that means. Time to get the cards I'll be using for the rest of the game.
부장님.
Shi Association. Right into it. I think we can outstrength them and just clash even on turn 1 here. Got perfect starting hands. Everyone can do unforgettable melodies plus red strings, and here we go. You mean smiling faces? I'll be using Eugen's key page in late game, that's for sure. I'll also be using smoke though, that's fair. But in terms of like things I'm getting now that will be used in Ensemble, Eugen is on that list for sure. Okay. You can get killed like that. Kind of just throwing random cards at random places, and I think it will be a good enough strategy. Use Eugen as a solo versus Greta. Okay, doing any Greta solo that isn't with Zhao is going to be relatively difficult, so good job for that, but I guess you do get enough light from overbreathing that you can spam your mass attacks. So yeah, I see how that's possible. Let's throw random cards at random places, part 2. And hope it's enough. This guy's going to die well before he gets a chance to attack me. Yeah, Molar plus Geong and stuff, it is all an option. But I'm going to leave that run to Coops, since they're doing only the free stuff. I'm sure there will be plenty of footage of that sort of gameplay. Basically office only, yeah. Wow, you actually got 6 speed. Luckily, turn 1 is my specialty. This should be plenty of damage. 8 strength. It's just insane that that's possible on turn 1 this early into the game. It's like Walmart full stop, it really is. Normally you just like throw these passives onto full stop. It really goes to show just how broken full stop is. That this is like a weaker version. Also, Johnson really failed there. They got staggered. They must have got none of the random strength. This is a slightly volatile strategy since you don't control where the strength lands. We have a boundary of death coming at us, but like, there's no way this thing actually rolls the 4, right? That would never happen. I have streamer luck on my side. We should be fine. There's no world where this thing rolls a 4 on me. See? That would never happen. We got the stagger, so I don't think we're going to lose. When it comes to boundary of death, streamer luck is the opposite. I guess, yeah. Streamer luck goes in both ways. It just makes unlikely things more likely to happen. It's not necessarily good things. Okay. So, you have 1 health, you have 10 health. So we throw... I don't know how to check. I don't know if there is a way to check if I would go first or not. But I'm just going to try to keep you alive. Maybe? You're probably dead. But I will use a Carcosa here to clean up these guys. And Malkuth can just do some damage there. We might end up losing. Yeah, that killed me, okay. It's going to be a 2v2. It's going to be a 1v2. Wait, is footfalls the play here? If I can protect this guy on this turn while he's staggered... 30% of their max HP. Now, surely I just get the haste so that I can guarantee to overtake and keep him alive. That has to be the better play. Everything... yeah, okay. So the only thing I have to redirect is here. Everything else is already hitting me. Almost did the wrong one there. Footfalls is very funny. It is. But I thought keeping 2 people alive would help me out more. Surprised we haven't seen another boundary of death, honestly. There goes Eugen. And there's a stagger. Okay. A very losable fight, but we did it, and now we get to become like 3 times stronger. Did we get all of their books? The fight lasted long enough that I would hope we did. 4 of language unlocked. Yeah, okay. Just make sure I get all of them. Yeah, 2 Overcome Crisis is going to be a mainstay in all of our decks for a long time, because it's going to be our only source of card draw. Who is better for Queen of Hatred? I probably want the 1 to 7 speed range over the 1 to 6. We'll throw in the Boundary of Death, even though I don't think it's the right choice. Probably something like this. put Respiration and Singular Strike on you. I guess I need to, hang on, need to unattribute all the meow stuff. Here's enhanced pages, get rid of everything, equipped pages, get rid of everything, and then bring back Eugen. Eugen and the Tenmos. Singular Strike, meow stuff. Valentin is better with this build. I want Tenma's speed range. I care about that more than the one passive cost. Let's see how this goes. I forget, are we floor restricted? We're doing Queen of Hatred right now, so we have to use Temperate. Besides that, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Oh, I just realized I did not put any blunt cards in here for Fragile. I should be using Endless Battle. That's fine. This is really just a scouting attempt to see how this goes. I can't wait for the summation to hit the broken die every time. That is Eugen Gaming. We can use any floor for most combats, yeah. Late game will probably be a lot of Bina. You are too slow to do anything. Let's make sure that's not a problem next turn. You... Okay. Do your best. Probably lose the clash. Losing the clash is honestly fine. Is Bina's floor good without the beast? Bina's floor is good with Bina. Bina is a speed 3 4 light starter page, and I'm not going to have very many of those. Okay, so we're very close to Hysteria this turn, which means I want to lose clashes, which isn't the easiest thing to do. But we can try. See how this goes. We might accidentally transform here. Okay, no, we lost that. We should be fine. We lost like everything. We're very fine. It's not on the broken dice. And I got outrolled on like everyone, wow. I know that I don't have the greatest card for that because the on-use doesn't work, but that was still a pretty low roll, I think. Funny that I checked the broken dice first. Yeah. I guess I did do that. Okay, next turn, assuming we live, we Boundary of Death, and we stagger. That's the win condition. Okay, she's ineffective, not just resistant. That won't be enough. I guess we just Boundary of Death and kill. Oh, we transformed. Never mind. Okay. I know there's a winning strategy here. And I think it's going to be Endless Battle. Because this card is actually pretty good, and I can't reliably be fast. And I could throw in like one. Honestly, Unforgettable Melodies is still good. I can bring some of that. Don't need to go all in here. It will help against the mass attack turn. Do we have any exhaust access? Does Leaflet Office give an exhaust card? We don't have anything yet, but I think we'll get that eventually. Will information assessment be used much? Doesn't it like not even work? I heard it's like bugged or something. But this is like my excuse to try out 7 Association because I have not given them a fair chance before. Leaflet Office gives 1 exhaust card. That's all we're getting. Exhaust isn't that common. It's like only Leaflet and Sweepers that have it that I can think of, besides ranged, of course. We've got some debuffs going. We're inflicting that disarm. Is Mariah Life Insurance good? I don't think so. They were my second lowest priority on the draft, with only 7 Association being lower. Okay. I think next turn is the mass attack. So we will save some Unforgettable Melodies, save some light if I can, and try to do some of that next turn. It's like the game said, hey, remember this card? And then still didn't give us good cards. Yeah. Okay, she like full transformed in 1 turn. And it's on the broken dice. But like, okay, can I fight this at all? I think the answer is no. I know that Bamboo-Headed Kim can solo transformed Queen of Hatred, but I feel like this isn't going to go very well for me right now. If she low-rolled that, we could have actually beaten it. Ugh, Queen of Hatred. I just need to not transform her. I think we can win. I'm surprised she transformed there, honestly. I didn't think I would win, like, every single clash. What if we just never did it? We just push off Queen of Hatred until we have our Corp. Okay, let me just remind myself exactly how this works. The Hysteria gauge rises upon losing clashes or being attacked by marked characters and decreases upon winning clashes or attacking marked characters. Okay. You want to win clashes and hit the marked character. Who can lose clashes? And I'll let that hit the marked character. And... okay. Let's try that. Yeah, win some clashes. There we go. Now, I think I can hit them, right? Being attacked by marked characters. Hitting them without clashing doesn't do anything, right? Only if it's a marked character. So, if I just like one-sided everything, I do need to clash that though. Okay. I think this will be fine. Everyone else just attack here. I don't think she'll transform from this. Transforming is basically just game over because she full heals with it and just gets stronger. Not on the broken dice. Let's go. Okay, we just need to win this mass attack. My minimum roll is like a 10. And this thing's maximum roll is a 13. I guess its only roll is a 13. We should be winning these. Okay. A little close there. I mean, it's very good for the Hysteria meter. I was hoping to win that clash, though. She's getting close to dead. We should be fine. I don't want that to be one-sided on you, Jin. Okay, so next turn we Boundary of Death. Is that the game plan here? I think that's the game plan here. Second phase you find easier because she gets staggered. I do forget about that, but I guess that's true. Okay, she's fully hitting the marked person. We can just like overtake one weak move. Boundary of Death is really bad at clashing against ranged stuff. So we're going to wait. We will get back to light again, so let's just do this. I think we just win. Deflect would actually be a pretty good strategy here, I guess. She doesn't use too many block dice though, but like gets around the ineffective stagger. Did I not hit with Overcome Crisis, so I didn't get my light. That's unfortunate. I believe next turn is the mass attack, so I need to keep light on people. And do this. I mean, it looks like we just win here. We either win or get her very low. As long as she doesn't transform, okay, we did it. 8-Ball says Boundary of Death will not work. We ended up just never using it. But I'm sure we'll have our moment at some point in this playthrough. There you go, that's the hardest fight in the game done, and apparently we already have Night of Despair. No Boundary of Death, so sad. We'll definitely do it on Night of Despair. There will be a chance. Okay. Do I need to change anything before going straight into this? This is like the Pierce fight, and I have 0 Pierce damage. Might want to... Do Smiling Faces even have Pierce? Have Tailoring. I mean, Eugen gets back light from using Tailoring, right? So I can... Is this a terrible idea? The Smiling Faces is all blunt, that's what I thought. Okay. So let's try this, I guess. Eugen is our main sword killer. Everyone else can still have 1 tailoring. And then we keep our card draw. Maybe I throw in... What's my other Pierce options? Is there anything else? A Feast. I'll throw in a Feast. Why not? Eugen tailoring will work. Yeah, I can only use 1 per turn, so I don't think I want to go all in on tailoring. But maybe I just do anyway. And let's go. Just need to get emotion up. I've never been a big fan of this fight, honestly. But, so I hope I don't have to try this too many times. Okay. Tailoring. Do your pierce damage. And then I just give strength to her. You forgot how much damage they deal? Yeah, it's percentage damage, and I have Eugen, who has a pretty high health bar. So that is a slight concern that I didn't really think about. Need to make sure Eugen doesn't get hit again. Here. Taylor, you're very fast, that will kill. And then we just need to survive, pretty much. Okay, I didn't expect that to get evaded. I thought my 6 to 10 would win there. They're going to change which sword is... No? Did it just choose the same one? I think it just chose the same one. I didn't think that was possible, honestly. This should kill it, or it's staggered at least. There we go. And now we have the power of Singular Strike. Singular Strike is pretty good here. I thought I clashed that. And I thought I would win that. Okay, well that turn went poorly. I misclicked something. Not quite sure what I did there. Did I put Singular Strike on Eugen? I did, okay. So... I mean, this is like guaranteed to work. If that doesn't work, that's crazy. And then 4 to 8 versus 6 to 10. I should win both of those. Tied. The do or die moment, yeah. Everyone's pretty low health here, but we get our chance. We cannot Boundary of Death. Oh well. Did not get the light for it. You see, getting everyone low health is actually intentional. It's a benefit. Because that lets everyone get Overcome Crisis Light. I think we have to do another cycle. And losing like any clash will kill us. So let's just win every clash and try to not run out of light. Alright, it's honestly almost a good thing if one person dies, so might just let that happen as long as it's not Eugen. Nothing could possibly go wrong, yeah. I think, okay, you're getting targeted by like 3 things. You're just going to redirect everything to you and die. That's your purpose. Everything's hitting you, you'll get a bit of damage in before you die, okay. And then you just save light and draw cards. In fact, everyone else just hit that guy with paper cuts. I'm sure this will do a ton of damage. Now we have strength. It should be literally impossible to lose clashes now, sometimes, like in the Singular Strike phase. So as long as I can land a good hit here and kill. Nothing else hitting Eugen. Okay. We might lose Yumi. What do I anticipate being the hardest part to overcome with these cards? I'm not too sure. If I didn't end up getting Corp, I would definitely say nothing there. But I should be able to handle that realization with the help of Nikolai's Mark and Smoke. I mean, lower level Ensemble is like the obvious choice, because I'm going to have like not enough key pages. That's the big concern. I have +3 on this. It's mineraling a 5. Tailoring is the better choice. And we'll win right now. We have the Kizuna strength. It's like, I don't think it will be too hard to get my Corp pages. Corp's a pretty easy reception. I can just yes-odd mass attack them to death. Boundary of Death. It is your time. Yes! Very necessary 106 damage right there. we do not have Salvador access. Here's a reminder of everything we're allowed to
빨리빨리 좀
burn.
움직여.
그렇게 보채지 마.
Despair, Blessing, Blades wedded by Teardrops. I plan to use Tipperith an okay amount. Just because I like the floor, I don't think it's a good floor. In fact, I know it's not a good floor. But it's a fun floor. Okay. Do I want to continue? We can do smiling faces today. Let's change up the floor though. Let's go back to something actually decent. Let's go to Hod. Eugen and the 3 Tenmas. And let's fix some of this stuff here. Singular strike, improv jumping me out. Yeah, okay. So one person can't have singular strike, which is going to be you. You're just going to be weaker than everyone else. That's just how it goes when you want to transfer purple passives. We have access to Brawl Clone. I don't have access to Clone. Clone is only from Corp 2, unfortunately. If I did have access to Clone, the run would probably just end up being a bunch of Rapid Gashes Clone at the end, which isn't that exciting. So honestly, it's a good thing that I don't have it. Okay. So I don't think I really need... I think we're going to do something like this. I feel... Okay, I'm never clashing Deep Drag, and I don't think there's anything else where like a 6 to 12 single dice is going to be very useful here, compared to just like blocking some damage with Endless Battle. So I don't think we're putting any extreme edge in the decks this time. We'll just do something like this. Here, I'll put you just fully Flying Sword build and see if I like that more than having the Unforgettable Melodies in there. Corp 1, while it is a strict downgrade from 2, is still insanely good. Yeah, Corp was my #1 priority out of literally everything when I entered the draft. Because it gives me 4 really good pages, as well as like 15 more usable if I have to pages for the ensemble. Like, I'm probably going to be running some base reindeers in the ensemble, just because I won't have very many key pages. Okay. I don't have meow passives on everyone. I probably should, but I also probably won't lose. Smiling faces aren't generally that bad. Okay, we've got a strong blunt hit. That's another reason to bring Tenmas over Valentines. I resist blunt here. I didn't actually think about that, but it worked out nicely. We don't have access to any named Corp. I drafted Corp, so I get all of them. I just don't get their complete books, so I won't get their gold pages. But I can still get, like, Mio's key page, I can still get Nikolai's key page. I'm really just missing out on disposal. I don't even think the other ones are like that good for most of the situations you find yourself in. It's like, I guess the mass attacks could be useful against, like, Eileen, maybe. But for the most part, clone and disposal are the big things I'm losing out on. Kind of planning to end this fight before I run out of light, so I think we're going pretty much all in here. I do need to remember that I don't have Puffy Broom on, so this smoke is like actually pretty impactful. But I'll get smoke for myself after this, and then once I have like all my pages, I can make some builds. Okay. We have a deep drag coming in. Let's just block as much as we can. Got 8 speed over here. And wait for the face. Maybe I should stop using Hod's floor so I don't have to wait for the face ever. Heart of Aspiration abuse. Value region more than Hawk mode. That's that, okay. Is Deep Drag going to be my only card draw? I guess no, I have... What's it called? I got to Overcome Crisis, but for Light Restore... Yeah, I guess Smoking Pipe. Yeah, actually, someone brought that up earlier. I think this is a great time to Boundary of Death, personally. Loss of Senses. Honestly, it's a card I've like never used, but maybe now is the perfect chance. Let's see the boundary. No, we still won the clash though. Yeah, with my personal challenge card draw might be an issue. That is a concern. Okay. How do I want to do this? I want to stagger you and then let this guy feed with meal as much as possible. I personally really like Loss of Senses because it's good econ and, yeah, like actually good debuffs. I'll definitely try it out. I'm sure I'll make Crying Children lose all of his senses. I really like meal for these, like, 2 and 3 act fights. Just lets me regen. Actually, it's synergy with the Shi Association that I didn't even really consider when I chose Hod here. But I can heal back above their starting health. Okay. These guys actually have a lot of speed dice. There's a slight concern here. Need to choose some things that just aren't worth clashing. Can clash that with you. Okay, what else is threatening? That's all the threatening moves dealt with. Okay, so the rest I can just kind of throw wherever for damage. Okay, commandeering. What are we talking about with commandeering here? One person with good smoke upkeep. You can throw it on non-smoke decks and it still works. True. I feel like I will probably have smoke on basically everyone because I don't have too many other things to build for. Why do you have strength? Oh, okay. Almost no one is fast this turn. Only one person at 6 speed. I think we're just going to kind of take a lot of hits this turn because all this targeting is on the same person. Unless we get a stagger off, which might happen. That rolled a 10. Okay. Smiley Face is actually putting up a bit of a fight here. Only a bit of a fight though. 15. 2 to 7 rolls of 15 is the best part of Hod's floor. Now we're fast. Now we destroy. Gotta throw the Boundary of Death in there. It's my legal requirement. I'm the only person that gets Eugen. I have to make the most out of it. He's ready for it to roll a 2. There we go. You see, that's actually why I got purple tier. It's so I can transfer Manipulator of Odds and get better Boundary of Death chances. Imagine if I actually did that instead of running purple tier. Maybe I'll do that for one fight somewhere along the line. Yeah, we can't lose at this point. You have 4 health, but you're fast. We can try to outspeed you. understands why we drafted smiling faces. Yeah. Have them all so low, but not quite dead. They're all single-digit health. We can just one-side each of them. Except you. How did me survive that turn? The power of smoke block dice, I guess, yeah. We're just guaranteeing that we actually got all of their pages instead of generic Book of Smiling Faces. There we go. And that's everything we get for a while. Actually, I guess, okay. How do I fight 7 Association? Can someone tell me what books I need to throw in there? I haven't played Ruina in like 6 months. I don't remember my general recipes. One nightmare book. We can do one nightmare book. Just Book of Gin. Yeah, okay. 7 Association. Let's see. You guys are weak to— why are you weak to Pierce and Blunt? We're in the mid game now. You're supposed to be neutral to everything at worst. I really don't think I'll be able to find much use for 7 Association on this run. But maybe a few of these cards will be decent. I know this is generic 7 Association, but like the generic smiling faces, I'm pretty sure they're full neutral to everything. We got the same Liu one, our Corp one. We had similar ideas, I guess. They're all using the same single dice move, okay. Give me your passives, Dante. Yeah, we're going for Dante here. You know, I feel like I'm obligated to use them for at least like one fight. If I drafted them, you know. Is this not just a no gold page run? I am much more restricted than that. On screen is everything that I got in my draft. I am only allowed to burn those books. So like I can't get anything from the index, I can't get anything from the thumb. I'm going to be quite restricted on what I'm allowed to use. Because of my own additional restrictions beyond just the normal draft challenge. But Ruina is just like not that hard of a game until Star of the City at least. I feel like any draft you could beat Urban Plague and Urban Nightmare without too much difficulty, besides maybe Queen of Hatred, but you can just wait on Queen of Hatred. Like, what would be the worst draft What's the worst possible draft where you're still getting, you know, your 2 receptions from each place? Okay, yeah, Dante's abilities are bugged. What exactly is bugged here? Is it this last passive? If you jump through 2 rings of fire, you set their resistance to fatal. 5 or more stacks of fragile. All 3. Okay. Amazing. Yeah, like, what is the worst possible draft, I wonder? It definitely includes Lovetown. I feel like hard limiting your key pages would be the way to make the worst draft. Like, what could you even do? If you just had no key pages? I mean, I guess someone did the rats challenge. Lovetown, Church of Years, Liu 1, Carnival, Emma. I don't think Emma makes this. Emma's a good one. You get Sharp Nails and 3 good key pages. I want to make sure I get Book of Dante, so I'm going to keep them alive for at least 1 more turn. Get them to emotion level 2. Unless boundary, you know, I'll try to boundary of death them. That's the compromise on keeping them alive or not. Yeah, I'm saying my version of the draft. Worst draft. Because, I mean, if Coops is able to win their challenge, then worst draft doesn't matter, because he's proving that the draft means nothing in terms of is it possible. Unironically, Red Mist might be a very bad choice for me, because, like, that excludes you from using Bina. They're mutually exclusive. So Red Mist kind of gives you nothing, or it takes away Bina, both of which are bad. I just don't know how much Red Mist can carry if you only have Red Mist. Yeah, I mean, I wanted the drafts to become as important as possible. That's how I structured my challenge. And so I thought, okay, the best way to do that is make it so the only cards I get are from the draft. Get rid of all the free stuff. Yeah, I guess Claws of Savagery makes anything possible. I banned that in literally every challenge run I've ever done, to the point that I don't even consider it anymore. Anyway, that's 7 Association. That's all the cards we're getting until Star of the City, once I burn these. There we go. We can do another HOD thing already? Wait, hang on. Okay. I don't think I'm making any more progress today. I think we'll end it with this fight. But I want this fight to end very quickly. So I'm going to just remake full builds before next time, now that I have all my options. So let's see here. How quickly can we destroy this Leticia? Got Eugen, and 3 wangs, and we will just be one side smoking her. Give me deep drag, maybe a Moulinet can get in there. Trace of fumes, inhale smoke. Trying to just think, like, I have 3 light on turn 1 and then I have 4 light. I feel like 2 cost pages are useless because I'll be using a 3 cost and then a 1 cost plus a 3 cost is the idea, assuming perfect draw. Maybe I throw in 0 costs for turn 1 as well. I really don't need that much deep drag though. Okay, we'll just throw this deck. It should get the job done. Okay, you need Puffy Broom. 2 Paralysis next scene. That might be funny to stack with everyone, and I should be able to stack that with everyone. Oh, you have limited room here? Okay. Just throw on all of the musician passives. Let's see how this goes. I don't need to stack with more than 2 since that's enough paralysis. Oh yeah, paralyze works differently in this game, that's right. You are correct. Both the targeting this guy, huh? Okay. In that case, I guess I will deep drag early. Enter the ashtray build, yeah. It's time for some smoke. When I actually get to— oh my gosh, she's already staggered? Is this— okay, yeah, this is definitely just a turn 1 kill. We have hit the power spike in Library of Ruina. Turns out it's Smiling Faces. It's not row 1 star of the city, it's Smiling Faces. Oh, not quite a kill. Probably a slightly better draw could have done that. $31 from a 9 roll, by the way. But yeah, I think I will be ending stream here for now. If you want to get a librarian into this run, join my Discord server. We have a librarian submissions channel. We've got a few spots open right now, and you can always reserve for later. I'll make sure to build those guys before next stream, which will either be Tuesday or just next Sunday, depending on what I have going on Tuesday. Fun start to the run. We've got a few, maybe slightly hard receptions coming up, but I think we're off to a good start here. And I will see you all next time. Good luck on your own drafts to my fellow competitors watching, and I hope to see you next week.